just took the kids to the park before school so they're having a little play. The world's getting chaotic and our lives are getting really busy, so there's no such thing as work-life balance, there's work-life integration. One of the challenges is in relationships, and it's certainly something that I'm feeling right now, working crazy hours because I'm creating 360 skate park and I'm also running my coaching business at the same time. So yeah, essentially working two jobs. Often when you're in a partnership, in a relationship with someone and they are not business minded or they're not entrepreneurial like you, then there's kind of a clash and a misunderstanding, and it's very, very difficult to bridge the gap. However, you can simply put it in perspective that they are not entrepreneurial. They can never understand what you feel, what you think, what you go through. They can have a perception of what that is, but it's not going to be the reality. And once you're okay with that, it takes away the charge of how you feel about how they react to the things that you do. One of the biggest breakthroughs that I've come to know within relationships is that when you're really close to someone, you often find that they get in the firing line. You take your frustrations out on them, you say the wrong thing in the heat of the moment. However, when you are with a customer, when you're with a client, when you're with someone that you're working with, it's a totally different perspective and a viewpoint, and the way that you act and behave and the things that you do and say are very, very different. And quite often what we find is that we treat our work colleagues and our business partners and staff much better than we treat our family. And this is one of the perils of familiarity. What I like to do is simply change my mindset, and it sounds very clinical, but if I was just to treat my family like I would treat a customer, I would be much more diligent, I'd be much more prepared, I would carefully think through the things that I was about to say. I'd be very respectful about their feelings and about their position. I wouldn't want to say anything nasty. I wouldn't want to ruin the relationship. I'd like to preserve it as much as possible. So when you take on this approach, it changes your perspective on how you perceive the relationship, and in turn, they change their perspective on you. And this by far has been one of my greatest breakthroughs, and I've been sharing it with my clients, and I feel like it's a really important topic to discuss because I don't feel like a lot of people, especially in this business space, really come to grips with just how this affects their life. Tonight we're going to start painting the old hang time space. So all these walls behind us all going to be painted black, just like it is over there in the other warehouse. Look, that's my mum over there. It's midnight, it's on a Friday night. She's 64 years old and she's an absolute fucking legend. The concrete pump's just rocked up. We're looking to fill these pits now, so this should start to look nice and complete. Just wrapped up the day, well, part of the day. My day is only half over at the moment, so as you can see behind me, the pits have been filled in thanks to my awesome brother, absolute legend. I've had a meeting just a minute ago with Matt around the planning of our check-in and cafe and the skate shop and storeroom, which is all going to be put behind me here. So as you can see, it's sort of an open space at the moment, so there's a lot of planning to go ahead. At this stage, we're looking at plumbing and electrical and some more carpenters and a few things that are going to happen in order for us to complete this whole area, okay? Because it's super important, naturally, because this is what a lot of skate parks are really missing. Nice, comfortable areas, nice food, good coffee, all of those things are going to be essential to the success of the skate park. Here's to another epic week. We are continuing painting so we can make way for the ramp builders to come in a couple of weeks' time to start knocking out these ramps. I don't know if this is going to be a great success or a great failure, but what I do know is that I do not want to go to my deathbed knowing that I could have tried and I didn't.